Alright, I've begun to put together, combine the different plans that you ask for, the different components of the plans that you ask to be included. This is going to be a series of films. I'm not going to edit them, so they may have some errors in them. To try to explain a few things, give you some things to think about over the next several days. In developing the thing, I know that you wanted some camera views overview, and I didn't want it to look like too much garbage, so I had to work on some components at the very least, just to get into some sort of condition. I'm still not ready to send you real camera views, but as I said, this will be some things to think about, and I'll put this floor plan at least into a PDF and get it over to you. Okay, so I began, and the first part that came up was, okay, well, we knew that this window over the range was going to go away, and we had talked about some high square windows here. And you need to brace yourself. This is going to take some work yet, so we'll just, none of what I show you is finished at all, with the exception of some of the hall stuff. So I'm going to be talking, a little bit about these windows through here and how they relate to this roof here and how they relate to the interior of the kitchen. And then I'm going to cover extensively this hallway. And I know you think that we've been through this, but I need to cover how we're going to get some doors in here. And just ignore that I'm showing these down here right now. We'll cover all of that in a moment. So I don't know where this will go, and I'll just do my best to remember what I was doing when I saved the various photos. Alright, right, I began with these windows over the above the thing, and we need to have some support coming up through there. We can't, to get them that high up into the ceiling, we'll need to have some sort of members, some structural members coming up through here to carry some of this load that's coming down. So in the first go-round, I just took a quick look and I said, okay, well, this roof is going to kind of limit us what happens inside. And if the roof goes away, it doesn't limit us, and that's why I said, well, if you want to take it away, we're going to be having to replace a bunch of siding here anyway, so frankly, I think it should stay. So then next, inside, then these are windows up here, not cabinets. This is looking at that wall with that window gone, allowing space for the 36-inch range. Substantial. This is just a 9-inch high hood. You could have a bigger hood up here, whatever you want. Presumably that's going to be a through the wall thing so that we can maintain this open area up here. And when I finally took into account the roof outside, this was the final arrangement of windows. I would have preferred 7, but this was the final arrangement of windows. This up here is the gap for how much room I need to have some space at the top to do my framing work, or do the framing work. Outside, then, this was as tight as it gets. I would not worry too much about how this looks from the street or anything. You really aren't going to pick that up, and it's going to be very nice from inside. So that was just, I just left that alone at that point. And this is, like I said, this is very unfinished inside, but this is the general idea on that facade here. And these cabinets will probably go to the ceiling. There will probably be a soffit around here with some crown, etc. It'll look very nice when it's done. Then, going forward, then, I'm not sure what happens. Oh, I know I wanted to talk about these corner cabinets here, what happens in that interface where the windows end, because these windows can't go any further that way. And while they could go that way, we want something symmetrical inside. So at those corners, I'm not even sure why I took that shot. But here's what, this is just partially done, obviously. I don't even know why I saved that. Let's just skip that one. And this was what I was talking about, this soffit coming around here. And these are the corner cabinets, how I ended up, these ones are low because the windows are above. And then these ones go up. And what I've done is split these cabinet doors so that these cabinet doors are essentially the size of those windows, those little windows around there. I think, well, let's just see. Oh, okay, next I'm going to go to the hall, but I'm going to stop this film because YouTube, probably because of Google, has difficulties uploading things. So I'm going to make this into 2 or 3 different films and end this one here. This is part 1 of 3.